Hey guys, we are back with chapter 1 of Jasper Rabbit's Creepy Tales Troubling Tonsils. So, if you watched the first video and you were like, oh my gosh, this sounds amazing, welcome to the second video. I am excited. I can't wait I haven't read this yet, so we are reading this for the first time. Just us, and I'm so excited. So, we are meeting a new friend. Chapter 1. Charlie Marmot, like many other children his age, during the month of October, had just returned from a field trip to a local pumpkin patch. And there are few things a young red-blooded marmot loves more than a field. There are few things a young red-blooded marmot loves more than a field trip to the pumpkin patch. I love trips to the pumpkin patch. They are so much fun. We go to one and there's sunflowers everywhere, and those are my favorite, and it's so pretty. So if you've not been to a pumpkin patch, try to go. And if you have, it's amazing, right? Yes. It was here at his dining room table, pumpkin before him. It was here. Sorry, I had a phone call, so I had to pause the video. It was here at his dining room table, pumpkin before him, carving knife in hand, dreams and designs of a jack-o'-lantern in his heart, that he felt it. The first inklings of his coming fate. A sore throat. He coughed, trying to clear it, but it hurt to swallow. He coughed again, catching the attention, as only a cough can, of his mother. "Are you feeling all right?" his mother asked. "Yes," voice slightly raspy, "but my throat hurts." His brother probed his neck and throat with her firm hands. "Your adenoids feel swollen," she said. Charlie, like most of us, had no idea what an adenoid was. It is a secret knowledge, you see, imparted only to mothers and those in the medical community. So to the average young marmot, this mysterious, swollen adenoid would sound vaguely alarming. But to a dramatic and overly imaginative marmot like Charlie, it clearly had the stink of death and doom hanging all over it. "Am I going to die?" Charlie cried, prodding his throat. With morbid fascination, Charlie envisioned his adenoids swelling larger and larger and larger until his throat was the size of a small minibus. He had to admit, it would have been way cool to die that way. His mother chuckled. "No, but you'll need to go to the doctor tomorrow. And if I miss work again, I am going to die because my boss will kill me." Now, let me move back to this page because I want you to see his picture of his adenoids. Well, that's not what he actually looks like, but that is what he imagined himself looking like. Charlie's father was on the scene now. "I can take the morning off tomorrow," he said with an easy grin. "Your mom can drop your sister off at school, and I'll take you to the doctor. It'll be just us guys." So it was that. The next morning, Charlie Marmot and his father found themselves in the office of Dr. Burrows. Can we imagine what Dr. Burrows is? They live in burrows, I'm assuming. Maybe. I don't know. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. I feel like maybe it could be if you said bunny rabbit, I think you're right. I agree that I think it's a bunny rabbit. Once again, Charlie's neck and throat were probed. A bright light was shined down his throat. He said, "Ah!" And then came the pronouncement. "It's your tonsils," said Dr. Burrows with a conclusive grimace. "They'll need to come out. It's a simple operation." The word operation, of course, struck a fair amount of concern into Charlie's small, marmoty heart. Operation? He said. Like, you'll cut me all open? Dr. Burrows hunched down until he was eye level with his patient. Don't worry, Charlie. You'll be asleep for the whole thing. It only takes about 30 minutes from beginning to end. You'll never know what happened. Is it really necessary? Asked Charlie's father. Can't you give him some cough syrup or something? Dr. Burrows smiled. Then he hung up his throat inspecting gadget back on the wall. I'm afraid not. But don't worry, it's a very simple and routine procedure. That was good to know. Charlie imagined himself sprawled on the operating table, his liver and lungs and other assorted organs lying out in the open, while Dr. Burrows dug around inside looking for the right part to remove. He didn't know anyone who had his guts taken out before. But a fresh thought popped in his mind. Wait, how am I supposed to stay alive if you take out my tonsils? Asked Charlie. As intriguing as it might have been to be inside out, there were practical matters to consider, and staying alive without his tonsils was one of them. Tonsils? Your tonsils? Dr. Burrows said, pronouncing the word clearly. Your tonsils are two little pulpy wads of flesh that live in the back of your throat. They fight infection, and they are tough little glands, but sometimes they themselves get infected. That's when they need to be removed. Dr. Burrows gripped him by the shoulders like they were two pals just chatting. But don't worry, Charlie. You can live just fine without them. You'll still be able to fight throat infections with no problem. And you'll get to eat loads of ice cream before and after your recovery. Loads of ice cream did have its appeal, but now a brilliant thought emerged in Charlie's mind. A fantastic thought, an utterly genius thought, possibly one of the best thoughts he had ever had in his small little furry life. Can I keep them? He asked eagerly. Keep what? Said Dr. Burrows. Yes, there was no doubt. This idea was perfect, even better than ice cream. Can I keep my tonsils? He asked excitedly. After you take them out? That's odd. And there he is at the hospital, if you can see that. And that's the end of chapter 1. So come back and read chapter 2 with me. Bye, guys.